Dear Christian, 1 Samuel 21:15 says, "We already have enough of them around here. Why should I let someone like this be my guest?" Every one of us lean on someone or something to get us through this life. Some of us have strong support systems to help us navigate through life. Support systems are very necessary in life. God, by His grace, gives us such systems to lean on. It helps to give us some stability in life. We have family to hold us up when we get into trouble. We have our careers or social standings to help us. In David's case, he had the support of his position. He moved from being a shepherd to the captain of Saul's army. He was also the chief musician in Saul's palace. David also leaned on the support of popularity. The people loved and respected him because of his bravery against Goliath. Women sang praises to his name. David also leaned on the support of people. He had the support of his wife, Michal. He had the friendship of Jonathan, which was stronger than that of a brother. He leaned on the prophet Samuel during his youthful days. All these supports were meant to be temporal helps along the way. But sometimes we tend to make these supports permanent. We lean more on these people or these things more than we lean on God. God did not save us so we can rest on other people or other things. God saved us so that we will walk in absolute dependence on Him. When He sees us leaning heavily on these clutches, He will lovingly take them away. God had to gradually remove all of David's temporal supports, till David became a man hunted by his enemies, haunted by heath, and hounded by destruction. In 1 Samuel 20 verse 3, David said, "But I swear to you that I am only a step away from death." David lost his position. He quickly moved from being captain of Israel's army to become a fugitive. He lost his popularity. At first, people sang his praises and opened their doors to him. Now these same people say, "Why should I let someone like this be my guest?" He also lost his people. His wife Michal betrayed him to her father. Jonathan had to send David away for his own safety. David had to flee from Samuel because of the relentless pursuit of Saul. David had to run from place to place. He even had to go to the king of the Philistines to ask for sanctuary. But all these supports had to be removed. It is only then that David would come to the point where God can say, "David is a man after my own heart." All the props he leaned on had to go. David now moved from leaning on temporal supports to leaning on permanent supports. First, he learned to lean on God's praise. David's focus of praise shifted. It became higher than his position or popularity or people. Psalm 86:10. "For thou alone art great and doest wondrous things. Thou art God." Second, David learned to lean on God's protection. Instead of running to Michal or Jonathan or Samuel or the Philistines, David learned that God is the one who protects his people. Isaiah 54:17. "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord." Third, David learned to lean on God's provision. He did not need the kindness of others or bread from the tabernacle. He learned to lean on the open hand of God for the provisions of life. Psalm 37:25. "I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread." Fourth, he learned to lean on God's promises. David learned that the promises of men do not amount to much. He learned that those who trust in God will see His every promise fulfilled in their lives. Psalm 119:89. "Forever, O Lord, thy word is settled in heaven." Fifth, David learned to lean on God's presence. All the other supports in his life failed him when he needed them most. He learned that those who lean on God always have a faithful friend. Proverbs 18:24. "A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother." Finally, David learned to lean on God's preservation. When it mattered most, none of his former clutches was able to secure and protect him. He learned the priceless, eternal truth that God, and God alone, preserves his people. Psalm 61:2. From the end of the earth will I cry unto thee when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I. On what or on whom are you leaning for your support? I invite you to lean on God. Amen.